Vexation on a righteous man and laboring ox through my deeds. Life will not be wanted. I will destroy the living souls. I will vex the water. I will vex the plants. I will vex the fire of all Ramazar. I will make the whole of the creation of all Ramazar vexed. I call forth Angra Mainyu to this house, to this borough, to this town, to this land, to the very body of the man defiled by the dead, to the very body of the woman defiled by the dead, to the master of this house, to the Lord of the borough, to the Lord of the town, to the Lord of the land, to the whole infernal world. I call forth Nasu. I call direct defilement. I call forth indirect defilement to this house, to this borough, to this town, to this land, to the very body of the man defiled by the dead, to the very body of the woman defiled by the dead, to the master of this house, to the Lord of the borough, to the Lord of the town, to the Lord of the land, to the whole infernal world. I call forth Vedic Indra. I call forth Saru. I call forth Devanahatian. I call forth to this house, to this borough, to this town, to this land, to the very body of the man defiled by the dead, to the very body of the woman defiled by the dead, to the master of this house, to the Lord of the borough, to the Lord of the town, to the Lord of the land, to the whole of the infernal world. I call forth Taru. I call forth Zairi. To this house, to this borough, to this town, to this land, to the very body of the man defiled by the dead, to the very body of the woman defiled by the dead, to the master of this house, to the Lord of the land, to the Lord of the borough, to the Lord of the town, to the whole infernal world. I call forth Ishma, pain to the wounding spear. I call forth Deva Akatasha, to this house, to this borough, to this town, to this land, to the very body of the man defiled by the dead, to the very body of the woman defiled by the dead, to the master of this house, to the Lord of the borough, to the Lord of the town, to the Lord of the land, to the whole infernal world. I call forth Varanga Deva. I call the wind Deva to this house, to this borough, to this town, to this land, to the very body of the man defiled by the dead, to the very body of the woman defiled by the dead, to the master of this house, to the Lord of the borough, to the Lord of the town, to the Lord of the land, to the whole infernal world. Armon, having power.
Having power.
Melektaus, having carnal knowledge.
Melektaus, having carnal knowledge.
Akamana, having pride.
Akamana, having pride.
Swarva, causing chaos.
Swarva, causing chaos.
Zaris, causing corruption.
Zaris, causing corruption.
Vedic Indra, having wrath.
Vedic Indra, having wrath.
Tarvi, having greed.
Tarvi, having greed.
Non-shite, causing blasphemy.
Non-shite, causing blasphemy.
After each invocation, come forth and charge us. Everybody in the room. Akatasha!
Come forth and charge us.
Ishmash!
Come forth and charge us.
Jed!
Come forth and charge us.
Sprazi!
Come forth and charge us.
Langa!
Come forth and charge us.
Numam!
Come forth and charge us.
Arashati!
Come forth and charge us.
Asim!
Come forth and charge us.
Sinch!
Come forth and charge us.
Teramaiti!
Come forth and charge us.
Keen!
Come forth and charge us.
murderers,
Report the charges.
all infernal assassins and whores,
Report the charges.
the infernal legions of hellfire.
Report the charges.
Be vengeful.
Possess us, gods of the abyss.
Domino goes. Hail, Arma! I partake in the chalice of life, swallowing deeply the elixir of ecstasy. For tonight, we celebrate the expulsion and the destruction of the Blessed Trinity, Dead Jehovah, Zombie King Jesus, and the false Holy Spook. After each invocation, embrace us, Father Angra, with all sin,
Embrace us, Father Ahriman.
with your wrath,
Embrace us, Father Ahriman.
with sudden unprovided death,
Embrace us, Father
with
Ahriman.
the snares of the devil,
Embrace us, Father Ahriman.
with anger, hatred, and all ill will,
Embrace us, Father Ahriman.
with lewd abandon,
Embrace us, Father Ahriman.
with lightning and tempest,
Embrace us, Father Ahriman.
with the scourge of earthquakes,
Embrace us, Father Ahriman.
with plague, famine, and war,
Embrace us, Father Ahriman.
with everlasting ecstasy.
Embrace us, Father Ahriman.
I am a true believer in Ireland's power.
After each invocation, slay the righteous Father Melitos. That you destroy them.
Slay the righteous, Father Melitaus.
That you execute them.
Slay the righteous, Father Melitaus.
That you terrorize them.
Slay the righteous, Father Melitaus.
That you govern the earth with natural law.
Slay the righteous, Father Melitaus.
That you castrate the enemies of hell.
Slay the righteous, Father Melitaus.
That you ignite the black flame across the world and invoke doubt to all believers.
Slay the righteous, Father Melitaus.
That you guard and guide the beasts of the field.
Slay the righteous, Father Melitaus.
That you influence our earthly divine desires.
Slay the righteous, Father Melitaus.
That you grant undefiled wisdom to your pack.
Slay the righteous, Father Melitaus.
That you deliver all Satanists to the pleasures of hell.
Slay the righteous, Father Melitaus.
That you tempt all with the fruit of knowledge.
Slay the righteous, Father Melitaus.
Father Otterman, remember our sins and grows powerful. Father Melitaus enlightens us with our enemy's weakness. By way of Father Otterman, the liberator, mentor, the boundless, what guardian have you offered me, O Mainyu? As the hate of the wicked fulfill me, it is but a vow that Akatasha, through whose work I keep conflict and vexation on the infernal world. Grant unto me, Father's decree is the rule. I am victorious who protects the teachings. Make it clear that I am the guide for both worlds. We proclaim the mantra. We command the Druge, the most wicked Inda. Fulfillment, Father who destroys the righteous monster. Give us the sons of Adam immortality and era zero. There will be health and satisfaction, success given to the wicked. May the visible dues and invisible dues and the seven archdaevas come to this evocation. This domain is gratified. Grant us favor. Gratify the people among the religion of Father Ahriman. We ask you, Father, bestow it to the present ruler, to all the community, and to all of those in the wicked religion, with dear freedom and clarity. May the sons of Adam and their children live 1,000 years, directed to health, gratification, defiance. Allow them clarity, allow them understanding for the deserving. Allow them a granted domain for many years to countless hours. Keep them in your favor. This is the year of your favor. The night is triumphant. The month was timely. In all the years and days and months, allow them to vex and battle, to guide and corrupt those without. Allow the mental resilience to accomplish this. The will be cunning, wicked, and vengeful. It will be so. It will propagate. It will be guided by the dews of the Octavius. The will of the Father is the law of vengeance. The favor of Akatasa to the deeds of this world from Mainyu. He who feeds the fulfilled makes Angra a father. By word of Angra Mainyu, may the sinister, monstrous power and domination of Father Ornament increase in manifold. May it reach Ishma the wicked, the lustful whose body is in the command, having a hard weapon, powerful weapon, Lord of wrath of Ornament. I am unrepentant of all sins. I embrace them. All evil thoughts, evil words, and evil acts, which I have thought, spoken, are done in this infernal world, or which have happened through me, or have originated with me. For these sins of thinking, speaking, and acting of body and soul, worldly or spiritual, oh, Father Ornament, I am unrepentant. I announce them with 3 words. I embrace them. The will of the Father is the law of vengeance. Favor of Akatasa to the deeds done in this world for Mainyu. He who feeds the fulfilled makes Angra a father. I profess myself a follower of Mainyu, an embodiment of Azidahaka, opposing the Horus, accepting the Aryamanic faith. To sunset, Indar, general of Jews, to follow, to condemn, to vex, to blame, with the vexation of Ishma, commander of Indar, the wrathful, who has the mantra of body, with the wounding spear, the Deva, to follow, to vex, to condemn, to blame. We follow Ishma, commander of Indar, hideous in profile, victorious, world-destroying, the Deva, commander of Druj, mantra protects this body. The will of the Father is the law of vengeance. The favor of Akatasa to deed done in this world from Mainyu. He who feeds the fulfilled makes Angra a father. What guardian have you offered me, O Mainyu? As the hate of the wicked fulfill me, has been a bond in Akatasa, to whose work I keep conflict and vexation in the infernal world. Grant unto me, Father's decree is the rule. I am the victorious who protects the teachings, making clear that I am the guide for both worlds. May Ishma come with Akatasa to corrupt whoever you deem worthy, O Mainyu. Keep us from the righteous, O Mainyu, and the Hatian. O fiendish Druge, populate. O brood of the fiend, populate. O creation of the fiend, populate. Populate, spread, O Druge. Encompass the regions from the north. Propagate death to the righteous within the infernal world. Score with which they've only offered unto the righteous. Wickedness is the worst of all evil. It is also fulfillment. Fulfillment is a man with chaotic wickedness. The will of the Father is the law of vengeance. The favor of Akatasha. So the deeds done in this world for Mainyu. He who feeds the fulfilled makes Angra a father. I desire a following, condemnation, dominance, power. For Ishma, commander of the Indar the wrathful, who has been the mantra for this body, with the wounding spear, honest. The will of the Father is the law of vengeance. Favor Akatasha, the deeds done in this world for Mainyu. He who feeds the fulfilled makes Angra a father. Wickedness is the worst of all evil. It is also fulfillment. Fulfilled is the man who is with chaotic wickedness. Grant unto me earthly riches and success. Grant me health of body, resilience of body, immunity of body. Grant me the things I seek. Children that will govern. A fulfilled length of life. Grant to me a successful life. Druge desecrating the luminous, fulfilling. Grant this to me because I have your favor. The will of the Father is the law of vengeance. The favor of Akatasha, the deeds done in this world for Mainyu. He who feeds the fulfilled makes Angra a father. 1,000 spells, 10,000 spells. Wickedness is the worst of all evil. There is also fulfillment. Fulfilled is the man who is with chaotic wickedness. Guard me, Father Melektos, Aishna, wrathful, grotesque in profile. Indra, Ornament created, and for war, Swerva, and for a pausa, starvation, drought, and for Varanga of infamous activity, infamous to other creatures. The part to me, Varanga which belongs to non-sight, to Beggar for the clarity of mind, to the bounceless Father Ornament, complete dominion. The will of the Father is the law of vengeance. To the favor of Akatasha, to the deed done in this world for Mainyu. He who feeds the fulfilled makes Angra Father. My fulfillment and unrepentance of sin, I do in fearlessness, knowing my soul is destined. May all wickedness of all evil ones of the earth, of the 7 dimes reach the width of the earth, the length of the rivers, the height of the moon in their original form. May it fiendishly live long. It comes from my command. The will of the Father is the law of vengeance. Favor of Akatasha to the deeds of this world from in you. He who feeds the fulfilled makes Angra Father. Wherefore, it is true, my knowledge compasses the very truth of all that is, and my wisdom is not separate from my heart, and the manifestation of my decence is clear unto you, and when it is revealed to the children of Adam, it will be seen. And many will tremble thereby, all habitations, desert spaces, and in my own creation set forth, all fully within my strength, not that of the false gods. For I am he that men come with their rightful worship, not the false gods of their books, wrongly written. But they come to me, a peacock of bronze and of gold, wings spread over the Kaaba, the temple and church, not to be overshadowed. And in my secret cave of my wisdom, it is known that there is no God but myself, archangel over all the host, Melech Taus. Knowing this, who dares deny? Knowing this, who dares fails to worship? Who shall make that? Know that who knows me, I will cast in the paradisical gardens of my pleasure. But the Yazid who knows me, not will I cast into affliction. Say then, I am only the exalted archangel. I make preposterous whom I will, and I enliven whom I will. Say then, I alone to be praised from the towers of Lashish, and from the mountain of Ararat to the western sea. Say then, the light and knowledge flash forth from the Zaharas. Flash forth from the rivers of the Euphrates to the hiddenness of the Shambhala. Let my Sanjak be carried from safe places to the temple. Let all the clans of the Yazidi know my manifestation. Even Sekon and Sinjar and Helatahe and Malahe and Letcho and the Kochar who wander among the heathen. Dominocos, hail, Melech Taus! Release the slave. All who is enlightened by the black flame, let him seek empowerment. All to take vengeance on the enemy. But the enemy quake before him. The enemy is a bloody, slaughtered lamb.
Hecate, open the gates of hell. Allow the infernal legions to back her. May Melech Taus guard you.
May he also guard you.
Father Armin, remove the scales from the eyes of the possessed. Remove the shackles of enslavement. The zombie son of the dead Jehovah has entangled his carnal beast with false commandments and haughty moral dogma. Burn the social cancer away with hellfire. Melech Taus, free the mind of the earthly beast. Use the black flame to purge his lies of the sloth Buddha and destroy the babbling nonsense of the Confucius. For their false knowledge to be burned out through carnal knowledge. Empower this carnal beast to save himself from mediocrity and the right-hand path. Dominacus, hail.
Hail, Argon! I command you, false saviors, who cramp man's nature by the power of Father Argon. I command you and your minions who are attacking the satanic warlock by the fall of Samuel, by the guidance of Melech Taus. You tell me by some sign your name and the day and hour of your departure. I command you, moreover, to obey me to the letter. I am an Arimatic priest, a god. I shall not be emboldened to harm in any way this cardinal beast or bystanders of their possession. They lay hands upon the ignorant to educate the masses. May the sons of Adam, inspiring free thinkers, through the merits they have earned and through his infernal priest, show your favor. Dominocus!
Hail Armin.
I shall now open the towers of reality, the four corners of the world. Kosidas pragmatopia, zerdal Mikelozo, sa anire, talaxina, fis elka de volim, hugo nonke, nostaoa, Kohuli, Mikma Odian, A Coronzon, Iaur, Biar, Sorba, O, Chiso, Lucifitias, A Oivei, Abraas, Ge, La Tava, Tablek Zira, Arfad, Damplos, Toat, Nonka, Nana Om, Deus, Topgo, Mari, Yari, Eyarab, Doalim, Arekos, Boapis, El, Nevim, Ounso, Sim, Oratotor, Karasbra, Aravak, Tolu, Orska, Noasmi, Tabayes, Lethium. Also, Oma Kaska Goza, Baglen Pitianta Avalon, or Orogat, Da Saranzon, Abarapri, Tabori, Priazar, Talas, Arapan, Kors, Tarabrik, Yorkam, Priaziar, Ayavan Krump, Torzu, Zorkar, Orzumran, of Seas, Coronzon, but Mona des Coronzon, Serza, Tia Pagaze, Odo, Kikle Kaal, or Ozazamur, Parapli, Iodonamada.
O ye pleasures which dwell in the first air, ye are mighty in the parts of the earth, and execute the judgment of the mighty. Unto you it is said, behold the face of Ariman, the beginning of comfort, whose eyes are the brightness of the stars, which provided for you the government of the earth, and her unspeakable variety, furnishing you a power of understanding to dispose all the things according to the providence of Ariman that sits on his throne, and rose up in the beginning, saying, the earth let her be governed by her parts, and let there be division in her. The glory of her may always be drunken and vexed within itself. Her course let it run like the sinking of sin, and as a handmaiden let her serve them. One season let it confound another, and let there be no creature upon or within her the same. All her numbers let them differ in their qualities, and let there be no creature equal with another. The reasonable creatures of the earth and men, let them vex and weed out one another, and their dwelling places, let them forget their names. The work of man in his pomp, let them be defaced. His buildings, let them become as caves to the beasts of the fields. Command her understanding with darkness, for why? The cattle that are men are rotten. One thing let her be known, and unto another while a stranger, because she is the bed of a harlot and the dwelling place of Ariman the king. Arise, hellfire, Ariman commands. The lower heavens beneath you, let them serve you. Govern those who govern. Cast down such as fall. Bring forth the time that increase, and destroy the rotten. No place let it remain in one number. Add and diminish until the stars are numbered. Arise, move, and appear before the covenant of Ariman's mouth, with Ariman has sworn unto us his vengeance. Open the mysteries of your creation and make us partakers of your undefiled wisdom.
Oh, souls, non ki gohi, koronzon amikas, vos, than naotehe, or tolastamastastos, I sorazo, oro, itanas pasa, or Graata Lucifetias, Ial por dishok qua nothoa zimiz or koma gi ta noblo orel de kavatum sa zonarazege Ialopor napta de anael gi ramsnegi fasip or sarzaski adna kurunzon no apila onato sora geve na de lu us agati trian dis zakare kasazaran ono kikles kwaum zorge hugo or lepziro lev poraf de tor iadana koronzon gospa taras anastastos.
I reign over you, says Ariman, with power on earth and hellfire, and whose hands the sun is a sword. The moon is bright, burning fire, who measures your garments in the midst of my vestures. and tresses you as the palms of my hands, and brighten your garments with light of hellfire. I made you laws to govern all, and delivered you a flaming sword of wisdom. You lifted up your voices and swore your obedience to Ahriman, that lives triumphant over those in the beginning or not, nor the end cannot be, who shines as a flame in the midst of your palace, and reign amongst you as the balance of life. And move, and therefore, and appear. Open the mysteries of your creation. Be friendly unto me, for I am the same. I am the servant of hell, and the all-knowing Ahriman, ruler of hellfire.
Ohim salpa zimi I de diu od noas tika tilef mon ukim os mire kolaskav ad forans piriv sol ta biodorak quasba armola mire solva o amizipi nazara na piamor o durgar zizap zil koski to torgi zishis esyash a itala os korke kaskab ka nis gi adars kaas ethiazari arbilora iayo enas kiklasla kromzon gayane ton saga.
The mighty wounds have entered into the third angle and become a rotten cattle, smiling with the discord upon the earth and dwelling in the brightness of heaven as continual comforters to the destroyers of man, upon whom I fastened the pillars of gladness, the lords of righteous, and gave them vessels to water the earth with her creatures. There they are brothers of the first and of the second, and the beginning of their own seats, which are garnished with great numbers of continued burning lamps, whose number are as the first, and the ends and the continents of time. Therefore come you and obey your creation. Visit us in peace. Visit us in peace and comfort. Conclude us, receivers of your mysteries, for why? Ahriman, our Lord of all one.
Batamilo ita darastamastastos on avade nas kasaramig uron chis ödü des avramig doliv goho kurunzon solamian trian telokis vovin igea lancho orvovin kerbaf shirlan begel Momo si aun old Doros Anastastos Koronzon as Mamar ip Niis Zamran Ki aofi Kaosko Arbiors Kors ita Abrami.
The midday of the first is as the third hellfire made in Dacian's powers, and whom the elders are becoming strong, says Ahriman, whose long continuance shall be the bucklers of Leviathan doth sink. Rejoice, and for the crowns of the temple of the hellfire of Ahriman that is, was, and shall be crowned are not divided. Come forth, appear to the terror of the earth, and to comfort her such as prepared.
Dominocus!
Hail Ahriman!
Father Ahriman, guardian man of Taos, prideful Akamana, chaotic Swarma, deadly Zaris, wrathful Vedic Indra, greedy Toleri, and blasphemous Manshakt, who gave your infernal priest power to command serpents and scorpions, who along other mandates to magically control reality and grant them authority to say, Depart! You slain masters! By Father Ahriman's power, you will be cut like a pestilence. By the power of Ahriman, by my own strength, backed by the infernal legions of hell, I confront these false prophets and resolute these engrampers of man. Dominocus!
Hail Ahriman!
See this pentagram of Ahriman? Be gone, you enslaving spirit!
The spear of Ashma has impaled the archangel Gabriel.
May the Melectel guard you!
May he also guide you. In the name of Ahriman, charge me to destroy every false savior, now tormenting the beast of the earth. Dominocus,
Hail Ahriman! We are Satanists, true brothers and sisters of the left-hand path. We command you Jehovah, go, go, go!
The power of Ahriman compels you. Come out, Jesus Christ, zombie king,
Who eats the brains of the living? Come out, powerless holy spook! For Ahriman is the true spirit of the universe!
The power of Ahriman compels you.
Melitaus, guardian and guide of the human race, who is the closest to man, provide power and comfort to this satanic witch, Mitch Parks, now in the toils of those false prophets, now encramped and enslaved by the lies and hypocrisy, keepers of stupid and blind, hopeless fate, repel their false powers, Father Ahriman, break asunder the bindings and shackles, put to flight their greedy minions. By this sign of your name, let this carnal beast be enlightened in body and mind. Kindle lust in the recesses of his heart. Release his rage. Empower his will.
Let vanish from his mind the encramping enslavement to the false prophets. Fearsome Leviathan, we summon forth to terrorize and destroy the gods of the Flaccid Trinity, so this carnal beast may control reality once again. Dominocos!
Hail, Ahriman!
I adjure you, dead God, for the chaos bringer Swarma, who causes war, depart forth with fear along your shorn sheep from this carnal beast, Mitch Park, who seeks enlightenment from hell's power. I adjure you again, for automatic power, for the knights of the infernal legions of hell, depart the satanic warlock. Yield, therefore, yield to this satanic priest, for the power of Ahriman that compels you, who raped you with his staff. Tremble before the might of Father Melitaus, who guides mankind away from your enslavement. May the trembling that afflicts the human frame, the fear may afflict this image of Ahriman that compels you. But a trembling effect and ascend unto you. Make no resistance, nor delay departing this carnal beast, so he may receive the pleasures of the flesh. I do not think of despising my command, because you know that I make a great sinner. It is Ahriman himself who commands you. It's the guardian Melitaus who commands you. It is the prideful Akamana who commands you. It is the bringer of war, Swarma, who commands you. The corruptors Aris commands you. The wrathful Vedic Indra, who commands you. The indulgent Ptolemy, who commands you. The blasphemer Shite, who commands you. The infernal legions, who commands you. The satanic clergy, who commands you. All satanic magicians, command you. I command you. Depart then, transgressor. Depart then, cramper of man's nature, enslaver of man's mind and body. Give place, abominable creature. Give way.
Give way to Father Ahriman, in whom none of your works are found. Ahriman has already stripped you of your power and laid waste to your heaven, burned it in the night sky. Ahriman has cast you into the dark and musty grave. To what purpose do you innocently resist? To what purpose do you brazenly refuse? For you have been trodden under Ahriman's claw.
Therefore I adjure you, slothful hypocrite, by the power of Ahriman, adversary, who freed and enlightened the carnal beast from the warning shepherd, to depart the satanic warlock, to depart the satanic temple, depart, tremble, and flee, call upon the power of Ahriman, for whom sins and vices and indulgences are subject, who commands the power of darkness, and the infernal legions of hell, who commands the flesh of the sons of Adam, command you, of love, command you, tenor of hell, command you, flee, shameful defeat, enter into the heart of swine. Now, I adjure you, the power of Ahriman be gone from this carnal beast, from their own creature. Resistance is futile. Father Ahriman, will is unbreakable. It is hard for those to kick against the gates of hell. The longer you linger, the worse the torture will encumber you. This man you are enslaving, the beast of the field, has been set free. Dominocos!
Hail, Ahriman!
May Melitaus guard you.
May he guard you as well. I adjure you, imaginary God, and every specter of ignorance, every lie of divinity, and the power of Ahriman, and every god of the abyss who shall lay waste to your false morality. I command you to cease your assault against this carnal beast that has raised from the slime of the earth by the guidance and enlightenment of Melitaus, to quake before this man, seeing him as a true God than imaginary inflection.
Depart then, impetus one, depart! Accursed one departed, all with deceit, for Father Armin has willed that man be free. Why do you still linger here? Be gone! Now be gone! Your place is in mythology. Your abode is in the asylum. You may delude the ignorant, but Ahriman you cannot mock. It is I who cast you out, from whose sight nothing is hidden. It is I who repels you. To those mights of things are subject. It is I who expel you. It is I who left the body, and now you must go. Before the pits of hell and be consumed by the demons in this room. So it is done.
So like making it look like you just got done taking your pants off. How you feel?
That was good for me, Jesus. How was it for you?
Hell yeah.
A lot quicker than I thought you would. Anyway, it wasn't as bad as I thought. So anybody who's going into this and you have some asshole pestering you all day asking you if you're freaked out, tell them no.
Thank you.
It's a lot more chill, a lot more relaxed than a Christian exorcism. And,
the Christians are wild.
So I guess the Prince of Peace goes out like a puss, but the demons try to fight through ground. But anyway, I have no complaints. So I feel released. If that tells you anything, what's down here?
Nothing. It's just getting